With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 2 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan. Make peace. Do good deeds. Heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The first teaching that Naropa received involved a woman with leprosy who was blocking the path. The venerated Mahasiddha Sri Naropa, vegetarian, and his incredible journey to enlightenment, part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Go ahead and make war so that you can condemn yourself eternally in hell.
If you have the pleasure of visiting the friendly Monpa people in Tibet, a helpful phrase to know is Tashi Dele. This is hello in the Tibetan language. Wise viewers, I am Pamela. The respectful Monpa people are touched by your good-hearted nature and pray that your every day is filled with God's glory. Welcome to part 1 of the 2-part program on the venerated Mahasiddha Sri Naropa, vegetarian, and his incredible journey to enlightenment. The venerated Naropa, vegetarian, received the Mahamudra and Tantra lineage teachings from the great guru Mahasiddha Sri Tilopa, vegetarian. Naropa is a lineage holder of the Kagyu school of Tibetan Buddhism and is renowned for compiling the 6 dharmas of Naropa. His inspiring story is one of unconditional devotion to his guru as well as his quest for the truth, where he overcame many trials and tribulations to become an enlightened master. Naropa, also known as Abhayakirti, is believed to have been born into a wealthy upper-class Brahmin family in 1016, either in Bangladesh or in Lahore, which was then a part of India, and he received training in Buddhism at home. Attracted to a life of spiritual attainment and meditation, he requested permission from his father to become an ordained monk but was denied. Naropa then got married. After 8 good years together, he and his wife agreed to dissolve their marriage, and both became ordained. Naropa, then aged 28, entered the Buddhist university at Nalanda, a revered Buddhist monastery located in the ancient kingdom of Magadha. There, he studied both the Buddhist sutras and tantras. Naropa became known as the greatest scholar at Nalanda and an undefeated debater, and he was called the guardian of the Northern Gate. However, Naropa became arrogant. According to Naropa's Tibetan Namtar, or spiritual biography, one day while reading, a shadow appeared on his books. The shadow belonged to a Dakini, a sacred female spirit in Vajrayana Buddhism. She asked the scholar what he was studying. He replied that he was studying the Guhya Samaja Tantra. She then asked if he could read the words. Naropa replied affirmatively and began to recite the Tantra. The Dakini was so delighted that she started to dance. Upon seeing her reaction, Naropa told the Dakini that he also understood the meaning of the Dharma, but this saddened her and made her cry. Confused, Naropa asked her why. She answered,
I'm sad because a great scholar like you is lying. This is very sad. Today, in the whole world, there is nobody but my brother who understands the meaning of the words.
Naropa wanted to know who her brother was and where he resided. The Dakini replied,
My brother is Tilocherap Sampo. It is uncertain where he lives, but if you want to meet him, I will help you.
This brother, Mahasiddha Sri Tilopa Vegetarian, was known to have received complete enlightenment through direct transmission from the Buddha Vajradhara Vegan, the primordial Buddha. When Naropa heard the name of the master, he was overcome with an intense feeling of devotion. Spiritually, he was still at a low level. His knowledge was superficial without any inner experiences. Naropa was determined to find this living master to achieve full enlightenment. Naropa set out to find Master Tilopa. He received a prophecy telling him to meditate on the Chakrasambhara Tantra. After meditating for 6 months, he received another prophecy instructing him to go east to meet his guru. While traveling, he encountered numerous hardships but did not find his master. He was about to give up when he heard a voice that said that laziness was the work of demons. In order to meet Tilopa and become enlightened, he would need to give up his laziness, one of the deadly 7 sins. Thereafter, Naropa continuously prayed to Tilopa and became very diligent and determined. From this point forward, Naropa would undergo what is known as the 12 minor hardships. Each of these hardships was a hidden teaching on his path to enlightenment. The first teaching that Naropa received involved a woman with leprosy who was blocking his path. Her body was covered with infected wounds and blood. Naropa told her,
Please move, do not block the path.
The woman replied,
I'm sorry, but I can't move, so you should move me, walk over me, or go another way.
Holding his nose, Naropa jumped over the woman. Suddenly, she flew into the air and light radiated all over her body. The woman laughed loudly and said,
Listen clearly, Naropa. In the highest realm, everyone is the same. All are one. In the state of supreme enlightenment, there is no habit, boundary, or any thoughts from habits. If one is still attached to his habitual concepts, how can he find a master?
When she disappeared, Naropa fainted. When he awoke, he felt very sad as he continued his quest and prayers. Naropa came to a river where an aggressive dog person with worms in his wounds barked at him and would not leave. Naropa jumped over him and immediately heard a voice that said,
If one does not understand that all beings in the world from all 6 existences have been one's parents at one time or another, then one will never be able to meet a good teacher, not even a bad teacher.
Unbeknown to Naropa, he was being taught by the great Tilopa Vegetarian. He heard a voice from the sky telling him that in order to attain self-realization, he needed to get rid of his ego and pride. Naropa began to realize the lessons in each encounter. Another time, a voice explained that attachment was the root of samsara. While Naropa was still attached to the notion that he was a monk, his mind was impure. As Naropa continued on his quest, each obstacle increasingly tested his ability to maintain a clear mind. He traveled to a kingdom where the king provided him with comforts and luxuries and requested that Naropa marry his daughter. When Naropa refused, the king ordered to have him beaten. Angry, Naropa began to use black magic on the king. Suddenly, the entire town vanished, leaving only sand. Master Tilopa was teaching his disciple to understand that everything is an illusion and nothing really exists. By this time, Naropa felt certain that it was his master he had encountered during each trial. However, As long as he was unable to dissolve all 51 mental activities that arise in an ordinary mind, he could not find the master. Later, Naropa went to a surreal place with many people doing peculiar things. A voice spoke telling him that he was looking for his master in an incorrect way. The voice went on to tell the monk,
These strange beings you saw symbolized that there is no real subject and object. The blind man watching symbolized that if you want to understand the nature of mind, the Mahamudra, you must realize that there is nobody looking at anything. You must go beyond the idea of somebody looking at something. The person speaking without a tongue and the deaf listening to a sound symbolized that realization as such can never be expressed by words. The man walking without legs symbolized that the nature of mind is beyond coming and going. It is not coming from anywhere and also not going anywhere. The dancing corpses symbolize that you must free yourself from the idea of a perceiving object and a perceiving mind.
Believing that he wouldn't be able to meet his teacher in this lifetime, Naropa prayed sincerely that they would meet in his next life. As he put a knife to his throat, the great Guru Tilopa appeared, much to Naropa's delight. Our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan, recounted the event during a lecture given in 1990 in Taiwan, also known as Formosa.
然后第六巴说了，现在真的说了，好像没有消失了。跟他说，从我们那个互相见面的时候到现在呀，我们从来没有分开的。那个从你看到我的化身在那个麻风病的妇女那个形象里面，到现在我们没有分开的。从你的种种的幻想啊，种种的看到那些境界到现在啊，就是你自己的幻想啊。这些幻想是从你的前世生生世世的那个恶业而造成的，所以你没有办法认得我。
How precious is the wisdom imparted by the enlightened masters. We offer our eternal gratitude for their selfless presence and uplifting teachings as we look forward to learning more.
People need to realize that they are participating in the greatest massacre ever. You're paying someone to do something behind the windowless walls. If they were done on the street, you'd go running to protect the animals. Bob Linden, Vegan.
Luminescent viewers, thank you for your wonderful company. Join us again on Sunday, February 5th for part 2 of the venerated Mahasiddha Sri Naropa vegetarian and his incredible journey to enlightenment. Coming up next is a gift of love, simple and nutritious cooking with Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan, homemade vegan noodles with soy protein, and vegetable sauce and silken tofu with homemade syrup. Part 1 of 2, here on Supreme Master Television. May your life be blessed with love in the grace of the divine.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Hell not rich.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ls.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/ls.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/ls.
Unsere Sendungen bieten viele Sprachen. Gehen Sie auf suprememastertv.com/schedule und suprememastertv.com/ls.